Hello and welcome to my Santorini vlog. Number one, to use electricity. You have to have a key. Don't think you're pulling up without a key at the front desk. And that turns the lights on. And then you have all of this. So when you walk in, like I said, you turn on the lights. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love the wood paneling. And I love the little fish above the bed. And then they did these cute little decorations. This wasn't there. It was over here. That's for the air conditioning. They don't really have air conditioning like we do in the US. At least I don't believe so. Haven't seen it yet. Now this is the closet. Some of my stuff is in there. You see my hat's down there. The closet is very spacious. And a little luggage thing over there. And then you have where the magic happens. Let me step back. This is the balcony. So you want to open the balcony up. And you have two little chairs out here, and that's the restroom. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I have a little garden view, and it is absolutely gorgeous. When you think Santorini, you think of this. Oh my goodness, such a beautiful view. All right, I look so crazy. I got my food and I am walking back. The sun is setting, if you can see. Very beautiful. But yeah, just walking back to the hotel with my food right now. All right, I made it back to my hotel. I ate my food, and that's really where I ended night one. I just went to the grocery store, just got back. And yeah. All right, and here I am just walking to the pool, looking at the gorgeous garden view. The vibes at the pool were so peaceful. The music was so calming. 10 out of 10. I made it just in time for the sunset. So if you get to the point I was at in that previous clip, and you continue to walk down the stairs, you'll get a nice pretty view of the caldera without everyone else in your photo. What really had happened was I was going to a restaurant at the bottom of the stairs, and I realized my legs were not going to bring me back up, so I ended up taking some nice photos instead. So long story short, please bring your walking shoes because your legs will appreciate you so much while you're in Ia and also while you are in Fira. Do not wear heels. Your legs will be burning. Everything is cobblestone there. After I took that video, I went ahead and I got back to the bus as quickly as possible so I could beat everybody else there because everybody else was scurrying trying to catch the last bus so they can get back to Fira. And here I am taking the bus to Kamari. And at this point, I had made it back and I was just walking back to my hotel. Alright, so right now I am walking to dinner. We're going to this restaurant that I literally just found. And I can't believe I found it. And time really just gets away from you. But this restaurant is luckily open late, so that is where we are freaking heading. I'm starving. Usually I would not recommend walking, but here we are. Alright, so I made it to a pretty well lit area. I was actually surprised that this was over here, but it makes sense that the areas near the hotel are dark that late at night. But I would have got food here had I known about this my first night. But yeah, if you're in Kamari, do not worry. There is food that is open late. So I made it to a restaurant, and there's a bunch of workers actually outside trying to get you to come into the restaurant, even late at night. So that was nice, and I found a place in the menu, so we're fairly similar. And this is what I ended up eating. It's so hard not to order everything on the menu because a week is really not enough time to try everything. And here's a nice little view. But yeah, the food was good. And here I am just walking back to my hotel. And this is where I ended night 2. I was tired this day, so I pretty much ended up at the pool. And then I went out later and I got some food. They even gave me some watermelon at the end of my meal, which was nice on a hot day. So after this, I was going to head back to my hotel and just relax more. But I had actually missed this tunnel shortcut back to my hotel. But I knew there was a boardwalk down at the end. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing anything today. I'm just staying in Kamari. I was going to go to Fira today. I might as well just walk on the beach a little bit. And then if I want to, I can still swim later to do something for the day. And let me tell you, I ended up making a happy accident. Because this tunnel was really nice, so I didn't have to walk all the way around. And it was like a shop. There were shops all along this thing. As you can see, there's a shopping center sign. But I ended up here at Kamari Beach, and I never would have saw this part of the beach if I hadn't made that happy accident. So I'm gonna walk people out here today. At this point, I had already checked out of my hotel and my flight wasn't leaving until late, so I decided to do a late brunch, or late breakfast, I guess it was brunch, and got a few things that I thought looked good and I wanted to try, and the restaurant was so cute. Instead of taking a nap, I decided to use my last day to actually do something, and I decided to get on a bus to go to Fira. And it's so interesting because you'll either be on a regular metro bus or you'll be on a charter bus cruising through the streets. And here I am in Fira, and as you can see, the cobblestone sidewalks are back and the main road is paved. But yeah, enjoy these nice views because it was beautiful. Around 4:45, I got on the bus to head back to Kamari so I could have some time to get some food before my pickup came, and my hotel was kind enough to keep my stuff until pickup, which was at 7. It was a good trip. This is an amazing hotel. You can see it's very beautiful. And let me flip the camera. Sitting over here waiting for my little van to come pick me up and take me to the airport. I wanted to grab some food after sightseeing, but most places hadn't opened yet. So I just got back in my car and I headed back to my hotel. And I got ready for my flight.